We're back. So basically, we're about to learn how to use a Fibonacci retracement. I don't know why it's called that either, but it is. So basically, the only reason why I use a Fibonacci retracement, although it has many uses, is basically to see where the retrace of a trade is going to go and how far a trade has come, right? So I'll explain here in a little bit. I hope you guys have watched all the other videos. I hope you guys have been in the Discord, trying to chat, trying to learn a little bit more, or just expound on what you know already. But that's awesome. If you haven't, links in the description, go do that. Anyways, we'll start on a higher time frame just because it's easier to see and understand. We were looking at this trade in the previous video I just filmed, so I'm going to leave it running there, and we'll come back to it in a different video or on live tonight, and then we'll see how that actually played out. So basically, a Fibonacci retracement is when you have a move and then you have a pullback, and then you want to measure the pullback to see if it is actually going to reverse or if it's just having a pullback. So basically a confirmation of pullback, right? So a good example of this, I'm trying to find one because this chart's kind of been choppy. In fact, we might just go back like a long time ago, back when price action was halfway decent, before the April tariffs and all that crap. Let's go back. Let's go way back. They're still relevant, but it's easier to find one real quick on here. So we had big bearish drop here, and we wanted to see if this is going to come back. So what you can do is you're going to go over here and you grab this little guy. I said fib retracement, and I have mine pinned up here. And you're going to grab this, and you're going to go from the top of this red candle, or the top of the, if there's multiple, you're going to go from whatever the top of the candle close is to the bottom of the last candle close. And I'm going to put this on the screen. Yours is going to look a bit different. I'll share the settings right here. So if you want to screenshot this, this is the settings. Visibility. Coordinates. I don't think I changed anything but the style. So if you guys want to change this, then feel free to do that as well. Anyways, so as you can see, we have all the way, if it's 100% retracement, 75% retracement, 50% retracement, 25% retracement, base of it, no retracement, or whatever. So we see price pull up, come to 50%, which means this would be a good entry confluence. Since this is an hourly, this would actually be very beneficial to taking a trade. You come up, you close off the 50, you had probably, a break of structure here on a lower time frame. You entered, you could have swept, you could have basically got this whole move, and that would have been fantastic. So that just kind of goes to show that we rejected that 50% mark. We're most likely going to continue down. Now, however, we did continue down after we had the full move. So on a higher time frame, since this is such a big candle, that's why it took so long to actually respect this Fibonacci. But if you see anything above 79% or 75%, most likely it's going to be a full retracement, and it's going to turn into a reversal. So it's going to start going the other way. For instance, at 75%, you can come all the way up and be okay, which is what we did. We come up, we wicked 75%, and then that's when we had our big move down, right? And the same thing goes. Like, let's say you're looking at this hourly, right? So we grab our fib tool, drag, drop, price came up about 50%, continued lower. Okay, we'll do it again. Top of the red candle, that blue one kind of gets disrespected, goes to the bottom, price come up a little bit over 0.25%, move down. All right, let's see if we can find a uptrend one. This is a good one. So we had price come down, price went higher than 1%, came back down, but it showed signs by doing this of reversal, which we had reversal. On an uptrend, we have pullbacks too. They're a little bit harder to see because they're obviously backwards. I think I'm passing a couple here. We haven't really had a huge bullish move up, but this would be a good example right here. Grab our fib tool again. We'll go from the bottom of the blue candle here. Forget that one. Go to the top. And the reason why I'm forgetting these is because I want the biggest move. These little candles in between are kind of like continuation candles, just allowing, you know, the move to get more orders. But I want the overall move. So that's the overall move from top to bottom. Price came down, swept 50%, continued higher. So let's say you saw this, you saw price come down, you watched it reject the 50% mark, low time frame break of structure. Let's say you entered like right here, put your stop loss somewhere under the lows, whatever. You want to target, you could have targeted these highs again. You could have targeted liquidity here or here. Yeah, you targeted liquidity all the way up here. You would have had a sweet 11R, or if you gave yourself a little bit more room, you know, an 8R. That's a huge trade. Kind of unrealistic to target these highs, but you could have, and you could have came down here, had a 6.8R, could have retargeted, you know, this previous high wick, which would have gave you a 3.2R, which is a crazy risk to reward, and you guys are just not using the simplest of tools, and I don't know why. And, you know, that's one thing I try to explain in the Discord. Like, guys, trading is not hard. It's easy when it comes to the technical analysis side. The only hard part about trading, which is the most extreme, hardest thing I think I've ever done, is getting your mental state right and allowing yourself to take losses, not over trading, not doing, you know, all these crazy things in trading just because you felt like it. And, oh, I messed up, you know, I traded too much because, I don't know, you're a dumbass. All right. But that's how you use a fib tool. If you guys have any questions, and I mean any questions, join the Discord down below. I will answer them, or leave a comment if you don't want to do all of that. But I encourage you to join the Discord. You're going to get a lot of benefits out of it. But follow my TikTok, follow all the bullshit, and keep trading, guys. Keep at it. Those who are here wondering why their shit does not work, it will work. You just got to put the time and effort into it. It's literally an effort thing. Like, you guys are just expecting to take a couple trades and pass accounts, and I know people that are just buying accounts and trying to take trades, and they're going to learn as quick as I did that is not how it's going to work, and you guys are going to lose a lot of money, but that's part of trading. But if you guys really want it, you'll get it. I believe in you. So without further ado, guys, I'll see you.